Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted, while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing paradise on these earths. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. 高天原に冠すまります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちて、すめみろやかむいざなぎのみことつくしのひむかのたち花のうおどのあはぎはらにやぎそぎはらいたも時になりませるあらいどの神たちもろもろのまがごと積み汚れを払いたまえ清めたまえとまおすことのよしを天津神国津神やおよろずの神たちともに雨の淵駒の実に振り立ててきこしめせとかしこみもまおす弥勒大神守りたまえ先あえたまえ弥勒大神守りたまえ先あえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先あえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先あえたまえかんながらたまちあえませかんながらたまちあえませ Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you, and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
願いの召しのです。
Johrei is now concluded.
We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings.
Education. Real education teaches people to discern right from wrong. It teaches only the truth. Physical knowledge alone will never suffice. True education deals with spiritual matters. Let us pave the way to higher understanding. In the world today, superficial knowledge is increasing, while true wisdom is becoming more and more scarce. In a parent-child relationship abounding in mutual love, the children reflect many of the adults' characteristics through the spiritual cords. For this reason, if people expect their children to be good, they must first be good themselves. If they have not set a proper example, admonishing the young ones for bad behavior will have little or no effect. Teachers especially should realize what an important influence they exert upon their students through the spiritual cords. Founders of religions or orders, priests, and ministers all have an exceedingly strong influence on members or devotees because they are held in such reverence and are looked up to with so much respect. These individuals should be more conscientious than anyone else. The parents are like the trunk of the tree. The boughs are the children, and smaller branches are the grandchildren. Just as no branch is unaffected by the trunk, so it is impossible that the spiritual clouds and the spiritual virtues of the parents should fail to influence the offspring.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. We also for your continuous prayers towards world peace and the victims of all sorts of disasters. This evening, the faith experience I want to share with you is from Gabriela da Silva Marques Nunes from Araçatuba, São Paulo. Gabriela is now 24 years old and she has been a Johrei member for 11 years. She experienced a series of conflicts at home, mainly with her father, due to their differences of opinion. She dedicated herself as a youth leader, and at the beginning of 2020, one of her goals was to serve with more intensity and commitment in the divine work, aiming to generate light, to overcome purifications and change her fate. Soon the COVID-19 pandemic began, the youth group began to carry out activities remotely, studying Meishu-sama's teachings online, Johrei gatherings with home gardening and flower arranging workshops, which each young person carry out in their homes with their family members. By developing these practices and helping young people with their difficulties, Gabriela developed empathy and selfless love. Consequently, she changed her attitude at home, becoming more patient, tolerant, and helpful, serving everyone around her. This attitude influenced her family, and gradually the conflict diminished. In August of 2020, she decided to open a business dealing with healthy sweets. However, she was not successful. She got into debt, and her name was red flagged. 2021, she became responsible for the youth group and committed herself to this important mission. Many young people who were inactive reconnected with Meishu-sama, and others were able to learn about our practice of faith. In March of the same year, family of friends, upon learning of her financial situation, unexpectedly gifted her with a large sum, so so that she could stabilize herself financially. Gabriela became very happy and grateful. Subsequently, she was able to pay off her debts and offer a special gratitude donation. Today, she works as an insurance broker and takes care of marketing for her parents' brokerage firm, having the family working together. Her financial life became stable, and the family relationship is now harmonious. She continues to dedicate herself to the person in charge for the youth group and is taking the level 3 of a lay leaders training program. Gabrielle is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama for the blessings she has received. She commits to further give service in the divine work, connecting people to Meishu-sama through the light of Johrei. Thank you very much for attending this evening service, for listening to this faith experience. Wish you a very wonderful evening.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed evening.